All right, guys. So this is important if you're ever going to send a resupply box to yourself. So, for instance, Mount Laguna, Stehekin, and 31 De Facto Lane, Katie, and Big Bear Lake all want you to use their street address when you send something general delivery. But some post offices do not want you to use their street address. I don't know why. I believe it has something to do with the mailboxes and the zip codes. But for instance, Warner Springs doesn't want you to use it. Idlewild, Julian, Campo, none of those want you to use their street address for your address for general delivery. And I've made it really convenient because at the icon of those post offices in Far Out, you can look up at the very first one. I start in January. You can look at them at the very first ones, and I write down exactly how to mail off a package to yourself at each icon. And that includes the businesses, because some businesses can accept UPS, USPS, and FedEx, and some businesses are only UPS only. So UPS or FedEx only is like Shelter Cove. So got to watch out for those. And that's why it was super confusing and why I went through the trouble of just giving up and calling each and every post office and trail business that hikers use for resupply. January 1st, 2025, UPS no longer works with USPS, and that includes FedEx. UPS and FedEx did not renew their contract with USPS. And prior to January 2025, last year, some post offices would accept your USPS as their address, and they would hold your package even though they're at a post office, a USPS post office. They would accept your UPS and FedEx boxes. That no longer is in existence. The packages that are sent, so some of the post offices will say, yeah, we still do it, but it's not that. It's the distribution place from the USPS and FedEx places. The distribution won't send a package to the post office. Sometimes those are longtime carriers, and so the actual person driving the UPS truck will pick up and distribute the USPS delivery to the USPS post office in your smaller trail towns, but I wouldn't count on it. So I did some screenshots, and I'll put them in the comments section of what I've done. And in January and February, what I do is I call each and every post office along the trail, starting with south to north, because some of the northern businesses are still closed for winter operations. So I'll start calling those once they start to open up around Labor Day. But in the meantime, if you go down to I made a full list that you have access to, or you can just go icon by icon to each of the post offices. Cheers, safe travels.